Question. How many of you know what an annual percentage rate is? Okay. How about an itemized deduction? Okay, fine. An easy one. Who knows what a balance sheet is? It's okay if you found yourself incapable of answering some of these questions. Because what if I told you that you were currently part of the 84% of Americans that are considered financially illiterate? Shocking, right? But please, let me clarify. It's not you who I'm blaming for not knowing these things. It's not your fault that you don't know about the 70-20-10% rule, or about all the tax deductions that you can write off on most of your expenses. It's not your fault that you don't know that cutting down on that delicious venti iced white chocolate mocha with 4 espresso shots can easily save you over $1,600 a year. No, it's not you who I'm blaming, but them.
I think, there are like subjects in school like math and science and social studies. And for some reason, one of those subjects that we all know is not personal finance. I think like math literacy or reading literacy or social studies, financial literacy is just understanding the concepts at play, understanding how money works, understanding how your personal finances work and how the stock market works and all these different factors, which are not all that complicated, but they're not taught in school, and so they feel kind of inaccessible to a lot of, young people learning about money.
Inaccessible and isolated. Seeing as how only 19 out of 50 states require such an important concept, why is it that the 31 remaining states don't teach courses in personal finance?
Teachers' lack of education. So you think that generation upon generation, this is a generational problem. This is not just a problem of this generation. Parents, and you take a look at this now, like people who are about to go into retirement, guess what? They can't retire. These people are like 60 years old, and yet they still have to work their entire lives because they had no idea about a retirement investment account, an IRA. And so when you think about it, how are we supposed to ask teachers to teach this if the majority of teachers in your high school yet have no idea what's going on, even with their own budgets, with their own salaries and that kind of thing?
See, financial literacy allows you to not be afraid of money and rather see the real value of it. In many families, for example, money is a taboo subject. It's like a necessary evil, something needed to pay off bills, to count and recount, to obsess and worry about. Even parents claim to avoid any subjects relating to the limitations and realities of money management because they want their kids to enjoy being kids. However, little do they know that it could cost their kids greatly in the future. So, where do we go from here?
I think social media is one of the easiest first places because you can create anonymous profiles, anonymous forums. I know a lot of people aren't like my age. They're not really friends with their family or like their mom and dad. I personally am like best friends with my parents and with my cousins and family. So they're the first people that I, begin talking to, start challenging that, having honest questions or conversations about money.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think it's weird in this country that money is like, you're not supposed to talk about it. Like if you were at a dinner party with some like new people you didn't know and you just walked up and said, there's like, oh, what do you do? And then you said, how much money do you make? It would be such an inappropriate question, right? Like, and even among close friends, I feel like that it's like a source of shame. Like it's like secrets people would keep that they would never say how much debt they have because it's like this secret shame. And what I do is I try to talk about it. I have an Instagram account. I post my net worth, how I use debt, how much credit cards I have, my income. And I think that just like seeing someone do it and seeing someone talk about it can help. And so now we're talking about, hey, I don't want to work till I'm 65 and then die 5 years later. I want to retire when I'm 45 or 40 or whatever. I think that's how you can really get around that taboo subject and just bring it into the light of day and let people, let it become normalized.